Jesus, Rosie, I actually like crashed the whole stream. It's terrible. Anyway, I'm so sorry that I kind of shit on your interview. I'm gonna just jump right to the last question, though. All right,
you're okay.
If you are to win this $100, what are you planning to do with it?
Honestly, I don't really have a plan for it. Just do what I usually do with my money: buy groceries.
That's boring. So you're gonna gamble or do drugs or something.
I wish I was more interesting than that, but I'm not.
You can do cool shit. You could like what are you gonna buy at the groceries? Milk. You'd be like, I'm gonna spice shit up. I'm gonna buy a different like powder. I'm gonna buy like a different coffee with this.
A different coffee? I don't
fucking know. I don't fucking what? Why do you not drink coffee? Like, okay, you don't do drugs. No, this is a terrible like analogy, right? It's like you don't do drugs, you don't drink, you don't drink, and you don't drink coffee. This is terrible.
I am an NPC for real.
You're an NPC. I missed the Rosie interview. No, you're not. It's just ending. Anyway, I appreciate you, Rosie. Have a good one. I wish you the best of luck, man. You were a part of the shutdown, I guess.
Okay. Hello everybody. This is my second time doing the voice part because the last recording decided it wanted to be corrupted. So you get to do this a second time. Hopefully I can make this one a little bit faster for you. But this video is going to be about a Minecraft tournament hosted by MarcLive that happened on May 18th, 2024. So I was obviously one of the people who participated in this event, and the main reason I'm doing this video is because my interview was cut drastically short, and by that I mean I only got to answer one question for the people, and that was what I would do with the $100, which wasn't very interesting, I'll be honest. But one of the questions he asked everybody was what style or what technique you were going to be using during the tournament. And I'll be honest, I don't really play the normal survival a lot. I'm the type of person who has keep inventory and mobs griefing off, like but I before this, to practice, what I would do is I just made a bunch of different testing ones, and I had set up a timer for 1 hour, because originally it was supposed to be 1 hour of nobody hurting each other, and then we can go to the fighting. And my strategy, or the strategy that always worked best for me in these testing ones, were I'd find a little cave that was attached to a bigger cave, but was kind of like a pocket area, and I would have that as my base, the pocket area as the base, and I would on occasion go out and like basically make little achievements in the bigger cave system, and then come back, do my smelting of the iron, maybe go outside to kill like some animals to get meat and food, you know. And those, when I would do that, is when I would survive for the full hour. So that was my plan going into this tournament, was to basically just have my little hidey hole, and then a spot that's connected to it that's huge and vast, and that has all this different stuff in it. And to also maybe make myself a fishing pole, because on occasion you can get enchanting books from fishing. So my thought was, oh, it'd probably, instead of trying to build an enchanting table, it'd probably be faster just to get a fishing rod and fish for those, you know? I didn't get to do that part because I never ran into a spider though, which kind of sucked, but it is what it is. But yeah, so that was my strategy going into it. The other question he asked was, well, I don't really know if it was a question, more so he kind of prodded for if there was anybody they were gunning for, and my answer to that would have been no. In fact, my answer would have been I'm trying to stay clear of everybody, because like I said, I'm not the type of person who really does the whole survival Minecraft. I am more of a builder, I guess, and so my goal mainly was to just stay away from as many people for as long as possible and pray to God that whoever was left made it quick when it finally came down to the last however many. But then I ended up getting killed by a skeleton, so that didn't really work out. Oh, and like something I also wanted to talk about during the stream, he was calling my little cave system like 2 separate ones, and very specifically because I had a V-shaped man-made cavern that connected to a water source that I was using as a way to get to this hidey hole cave system. And I did that, and every time he saw that area, I think he thought it was a different area, but it was the same one. And at one point, like, I jumped into the water and then went back up the other end of my little V-shaped cavern, and he said, oh, she managed to find another hole. Like, no, both of those holes were man-made, and I was making them bigger so that I could see in the water where those holes were. So to make it a little easier on me so that I could get out into the world and then dive right back into my cave.
Rosie, I'm currently mining, and mining very slowly, very patiently. It's almost melodic, it's almost methodical, the way that they are mining, the way that they play the game. It's with patience, the way Rosie chooses to play the game. And you gotta respect it. You gotta respect the way they play the game. It's all in the love of the game. You don't have to do shit like in a hurry. You just go for it. You just do what you're comfortable. Why is Rosie playing like a grandma? They don't drink, do drugs, or do coffee. This is how they live their life. I'm a terrible influence. This is very funny. All right, they jumped in the pool. Ooh, it's a little cold. It's a little cold. Choosing to go. You're going a little deep. Be careful. You're going to want to be able to get back out in a moment's notice. They did find a hole. Awesome. This is a different hole, actually. They're mining whatever this is. I believe this is copper. I've never used copper in Minecraft. I have no idea what the uses are of it. But it's a little cringe.
Yeah, he did that a lot. So I was basically in the same cave system the entire game. Now, one thing I will give him credit for is that he actually showed me a lot more than I thought he would. Like, I was being really, really boring throughout this entire thing. Like, basically just mining and doing the normal Minecraft stuff. And I wasn't really even doing that very fast. I was taking my time with it because I was worried about everybody else. And so, yeah. And like, looking back, he definitely could have like cut me out a lot more, and like in place of Link, who actually made it to the Nether, which I never did. I never made it to the Nether. In fact, for the longest time, I thought the Nether was off limits until I saw like some people made the achievement going to the Nether or whatever it's called, and I'm like, oh, that is not off limits. Okay, well, I'm not doing that because I am really bad in the Nether, and Edgy could attest to this because he's usually the person who comes in and helps me when I need stuff in the Nether. At least on the main server that he runs and operates. But then you also have the part where Guy Zero and his friend, who I can't remember his name off the top of my head, I am so sorry, come after me. And like, I only saw one of them when we were out on the surface. And like, I crouched down in my little cave, not knowing if they were going to follow me or what they had on them. And like, it took me a minute to realize that I was seeing lava. And as soon as I realized that, I jumped into the water, swam over to my little air pocket that I had, so that if I was having trouble finding like one of my holes, I could just go up and take a breath, so that I didn't drown. And I was just kind of trying to find their name tags while I was in that little spot, but I couldn't. And I'm like, you know what, I just gotta run. And so I did, and I started covering up all my holes, knowing that I was never going to go back out that way, because that way was way too dangerous now. So yeah, that was fun.
Rising of the sun. Guy Zero, full iron armor and a sword, murdering some pigs. Hashtag Team Rosie. Haven't checked on Rosie in a bit. Out and about. How crazy would it be if Rosie were to meet up with Guy Zero? Not sure where they are in correlation to each other, but it seems like similar grasslands. Oh, they're actually very near each other. Rosie that way, Guy Zero this way. We could potentially have a meetup happen right here. Guy Zero now heading the way of Rosie. This could be intense. Rosie over here, Guy Zero over here. They seem to be heading in each other's direction until they meet. Rosie, Guy Zero, they're destined to meet. A fight is bound to happen right here. What is happening here? Uresti, Guy Zero together. If they are to team up, they can take Rosie together. A 2v1. Insane. They're going at both directions around the hole. It seems Uresti. Oh, and she catches the water. Rosie catches the water. Uresti looking down. Rosie making an escape. They have her surrounded. It seems she dug into a hole. And she's hiding down here. Oh my god, insane strat! Uresti putting lava, and it's going down! And Rosie manages to find water down there. Insane! Insane! Insane strat. I love the idea. Where did Rosie end up? Rosie's still in the water, seeing if they'll continue down. They actually have no idea where she went. So Rosie's idea was to retaliate. What would you expect? Was to retreat. Rosie's idea was to retreat. And you know what? I wouldn't expect anything less. She's like covering every hole. Like, they will not find you. That's crazy. Would you just like hide in the corner? Hide in the corner. I do respect it. It's a great way to play the game. You got this.
And there was one other time that I kinda sorta ran into somebody. Like, I didn't actually ran into them because they didn't know I was there. But I was in my little hidey hole, and it was back when I was still covering up the one end with dirt so that nobody could see where it was. And I was crouched down, and I look over one way and see a name tag in the distance. And I ended up just freezing. Like, I was terrified. And as it got closer, I realized that I was right to be afraid, because the person was Katya. And even though I didn't watch their interview, in fact, I didn't watch stream until after I had died, I heard what everybody else was saying that they had said. Like, and everybody else in waiting room 1 was really pissed that they had said it after they had said it. Like, nobody in that waiting room liked Katya after Katya's interview. So I didn't know what they had said, but I knew to be afraid of them. So I stayed crouched down, and thankfully they didn't notice anything weird with the area. Otherwise, they probably would have investigated, and I probably would have been their one and only kill that stream. But they didn't see me, so they didn't get any kills at all. But, yeah.
W, that's crazy. God is real, Edgy says. Cat sucks, the man can poop says. Now, guys, this is toxic energy. We don't want to hear that. But from a person who had that much balls to say that they were going to kill everyone with 0 kills, losing the game with 0 kills is very crazy. Should take a note out of Rosie's book. Just play it safe. You're gonna win the long game. Play it safe. Just play good. Play a solid game. You know, just crouch jump. Do some cool shit. You know, dig into dirt with your hands. This is what it's all about. This is what Minecraft was meant to be. It's not about like, kill everyone. Kill anyone and everyone that goes against you. It's about just punching a tree with your hand. That's what it's all about. And that's what it's always been about. I don't think people entirely understand this notion. But Rosie does. And that's what matters.
And I think that's all I wanted to really talk about. I could be wrong. And if I do remember anything else, I will probably comment or leave a comment. I don't know. But yeah. So thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you all for the support during the stream. And thank you, Marc, for letting me participate. I'll see you all later, most likely in Marc's chat. Bye-bye.
Insane tree look. This is such a funny looking tree. This is a very silly looking tree. I don't know why. It looked like a penis.